Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. So it's Mass Monday. Happy Mass Monday. We love our Mass Monday. I do, at least. I enjoy it because I can talk to you guys and visit with y'all and make a bunch of goodies. And yep, today, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and become a part of Tara's Take family. I've been telling you in the devotion videos as well, because I really want the channel to get out there. I want more and more people to come to Christ. I want more and more people to be encouraged and refreshed in the Lord. And you hitting the like button really helps out with that. And also we can have more and more crafters come in and want to be a part of our family. And that's always a blessing. So I hope you guys will do that and help me out with that. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you. So now today we are going to make, I'm calling these Matchbox pockets, okay? So this is one that I did, okay? So it can be, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna, before I do them again like this, I'm gonna cut down the paper a little bit so it'll fit across on the page. But you can also have it, of course, fitting this way, up and down, and then you've got your two pockets here. And you can do one solid pocket. You could even cut this in half and make two out of one piece, which I did earlier with something. So yeah, just a fun little way, little twist on the Matchbox. We usually, at least I've never seen Matchboxes with pockets in them. Usually they're just to write in. They're like a cute space to write in. This one I was just kind of exploring options. So there's a pocket here and a pocket here. And you know, usually they open up and you can journal inside of them, and that's normally the idea once they're glued into the journal. But or actually they can be floaters too. So I have brought along my papers. I'm going to use some scrapbook paper. You know, I'm always trying to use up my paper because, you know, I have quite a bit of it. So I brought a couple of my two little smaller bunny ones from Joann's. These are all 6x8s. And then I have a couple of 12x12s. Now this one, I was kind of excited to use it for this because it's the card stock, I mean the craft card, you know, color. And so I don't have to worry about, I'm sorry, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. I don't have to worry about the inside of it being, you know, anything in there. But what I was thinking we could do, oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Okay, I drank some water. Hopefully that helped. No, what I was thinking we could do, you can also, like, if you don't like the white, like me, you know how I don't like the white on the inside of stuff. So I was thinking what could be done is, like I did on the other one, you can distress it, or you could book page cover it, you know, and that would look cute. Or you could put some coffee dyed paper in there so it gives them a space to write on. Like so. So yeah. So I'm gonna trim off this one. It's got the perforation on the top. Okay. Give it a little bit of darkening around the edges there. So what I'm gonna, let's see, I'll show you one with the small one first, and then we'll move on to a bigger one. And let's try the book page covering over it. Let's see what we get. I mean, I know what we'll get, but you know, it might be a challenge to fold. I'm trying to find a page here that's big enough. Oh, those are cute, the little girls. So let's see if I've got this. I want to get this on the right side so when I fold it. Okay, so if I wanted these two to be right there, and then I could use this to fold down. Okay, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit because I don't want their little faces covered. Yeah, so I'm going to use the whole top of the page, and I'll trim from the bottom. Okay, since this is super old paper, this is my 100-year-old magazine. So I'm just going to go ahead and use glue stick, depending, and you guys have heard me say this 1,000 times, depending on the paper, I use regular glue or I use glue stick. If it's a super absorbent paper, I'll use the glue stick because I've just had really good luck with that. So, and these old papers are so thin and fragile that they stick right to it. So I'm just covering this out of the way. Okay. Alright. Alright. You know what? Instead of me, I'm gonna do it like that, and I'm gonna turn this over. Oh, I feel a spot where there's no glue, or where it's dried that fast. Because I want this to stick. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so we want this. I'm doing this one upright, and I'm doing this one upside down, because I want the girls to be upright, and I want my pockets to be the right way up too, so should be fine when I flip it. Okay, and we're just gonna, I'm thinking this paper is very, very easy to tear. I wonder if I used use my sanding block here real quick. There we go. Okay, so if you want to join in today, you're going to need a selection of papers. You're going to need some glue, scissors. I'm using a bone folder. You don't have to have a bone folder. You can use your scissor handles, of course. Some things to decorate with, some distress inks, and book pages if you want to cover the inside of these, like I'm doing with this one. I haven't tried this yet, so this is, hopefully it'll work. That came off perfect. Now on the outside here, I do have a little bit up above, so I'm thinking if I foil, what was I saying there? If I file this paper is just like super old, so it's just filing away like powder almost. Look at that. Cool. Okay, so now I want to do, I'm going to do the top first because I don't want to bring this up too much. I was doing the bottom first, but I want to make sure I get this one perfect because of the girls on there. So the top is going to have, oh, I'm going to have to trim that a little bit. It's still not come off completely. I thought it did, but it didn't. Let me do that. I don't want to glue it yet until I get this off of here. Okay. There we go. Okay. So anyway, using the sides as my navigation there to make sure I make it straight. Bring my fold down. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to create a pocket first. Okay. So we're going to go like that. Make a little pocket. All right. And then now we're going to glue this down, and I'm going to fold this up. Before I fold it down, I want to make sure I don't get this too far under, but far enough that it holds, okay? So we're going to bring it, I want to make sure it's even. Bring it so that it goes up underneath there, and fold that down. Okay, now when we open it, we see that we've got this space between, okay? Let me cover this so I don't dry it out. Now we're going to run some glue along this, and we're going to bring it down a little ways. I don't want to bring it all the way down and get it onto that fold, but we want it down far enough that it gives a nice little Matchbox seal at the top, okay? So I've got about 1/8 of an inch or so kind of wipe that back a little bit. It will spread some. And then we're going to hold this down. And I think I'm going to make this one solid pocket on the inside, so I didn't trim it or anything. Okay. Let that dry just for a second. And when you open this, when you pull this out, we have our two girls showing on the inside. They look so cute. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And like I said, I'm going to make this one once. You know what? I just realized I was going to trim this down because I want this one to sit at across the page. So let me do that real quick before I go any further. I'm going to leave that black edge on both sides around the black right there. Okay. It's hard to cut that straight, but we can do it, right? Okay, and then come down on this side, and that way it'll be narrow enough to fit on a journal page, because for me, my journal pages are usually, you know, 5.5 pages, 5.5 inches wide. There we go. And that actually looks cuter because I've got the black, so I like that. Just need to trim right here. I can see it sticking out a little bit, just a tiny bit. All right, now we're going to glue this shut. So that's another way we can use, I hadn't even thought about it until right before I did the video, that we could use our book pages. We're always looking for ways to use our book pages, right? So this is like perfect, fun little way. And as you can see, because I glued one upside down and one right side up, that now the girls are right side up, okay? And the writing is also right side up, see? Cool. So there's that. So that's our little matchbook pocket. Now you can use your imagination, go wild with this, have a little fun, find different ways. Like I said, we could cut the piece in half, which is probably what I'll do with my 12 by 12 because it's so big. So I'll probably cut it down and make multiple ones. But let's go ahead and use one of our pages. Let me grab one real quick that won't, let's see. I want those that will, oh, this one will be fun because it's pretty. I love this paper. This is my second one. This is the haberdashery. Love it, love it. So, okay, we have the words. And on the inside, the cool part is it's already brown. So I don't have to do anything. I love that. And what I'm thinking is we're going to start it with the page upside down. Okay, so when you look at your front page, it's upside down, so that when you fold it up, it's going to be right side up, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and fold my top down about an inch, inch and a half. Depends on what size your Matchbox is. I mean, if you're doing small pieces, of course, it's not going to be this wide. But because I'm using this big 12 by 12 for this one, and I can make this one into 3 different ones, which is nice because I've made 3 Matchbox pockets with one fell swoop, and I like that. So we're gonna do a pocket about yay big. Okay. This paper is really thick and, you know, not the easiest to fold. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold mine up underneath, and so all my words are upright. They're all the right size. I mean, right way, which is perfect. And I'm going to do it about right there. I think that'll work good. I think I went off just slightly on my navigation, so I'm going to pull this because it's going over just a little bit. So I'm going to pull it to the right, just a hair, and I'm going to hold it there. And I'm going to use my little bone folder and kind of make that fold out to where I want it to be. There you go. Now it's even. Okay. All right. So now we are going to do our glue. And actually, I think what I'll do is cut it first, since now you could do it in half. I'm going to do it in thirds because of the fact that I know it'll be too wide for my book, for my journals. So I'm going to do 3, which will be fine because I absolutely love this paper. I love the print. So I'll have it for other stuff. You know, I'll have 3 of them for different journals. So, okay. All right, so there we have 3 in 1. I like that. And now let's make sure our cut is even as possible because we're going to glue this down. So I'm going to hold this and just trim what needs trimmed off. Let's see here. Looks like I did pretty good on this one. Fair to middling. It's a little off. I can see it. I can see it. It's even all the way down, but it's fanning outward. So I'm going to start up here, hold the scissors right against it, and heavily hold into that and see if I can even that out. There we go, to my eyes. I could just see that it was off. Okay. All right. Is that better? Still a little bit off. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can. Can you see that? It's just a hair narrower at the top than it is at the... I'm holding this really tight because I don't want the paper to move. There we go. All right, there we go. That's better. Now, this paper is not the most cooperative paper in the world. It's, like I said, it's super thick. But this gives them a pocket, and also with this blank paper, it gives them a place to write. And you could even, if you have like a stamp or something, you could do a set of lines across here. You could draw a set of lines if you wanted to. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do a small thumb hole. Ouch. Hurts to bend like that in my back. Let's see. What did I do? Oh, is that? Oh, I have it out. It's right here. I didn't think about it until I saw that. So the other 2, I'll try to remember to. Let's see if I can do this without ripping it. There we go. Okay. And get it as even as I can. All right, there we go. So now let's go ahead and glue. Use that as your guideline so you can see it. Okay, just press it down. These are cute, right? I think they're kind of cute. I like them. I love Matchbox, and I haven't made them in forever. And I know they're not anything new, so I tried to put a little twist on them by doing the pockets too. So I thought that was a kind of fun way to, you know, change them up a bit. I don't know if anybody else out there has done pocket matchbooks or not. I didn't look. I just jumped in and did it. I feel like the Lord gave me the idea, so I took it. You know, I haven't said that in a while, but you know, there's times when I want to come up with something new and that's not anybody else's, and I'm like, Lord, show me something I can do that's mine, you know, that's ours and not anyone else's. So there we go. Aren't they cute? I like this. So these I'm going to set aside because you've already seen me work with that. Let's do a little one, and let's use scraps for that, okay? So you can also use your scraps. Oh, this one looks like a good one to use. Yeah, let's see. I'm not liking where the flowers are landing. Let's see if I can cut this down just a little bit. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. Nope, it's not gonna be better. It's okay. We'll just try it anyway. So we have a small, totally crooked piece. My fault. Cutting bad today. Okay. Yeah. And then we're going to do like a tiny pocket right here. Now remember, this was a really little piece, so it's going to be, let's see if I can actually do this. I don't even know if it's worth doing it. I might have used too small a piece. Okay, that is so off because of my cutting. I'm going to start over. Sorry, guys. I don't do that very often, but on that one, I'm going to start over. Let me look in my bag here. My little bag of goodies. My wee little bag of goodies. This paper is kind of cool. It's like a peacock. Thought it was even in there. Okay, now. Alright. So we're going to do a smaller, I'm going to do a smaller one at the top here. Okay. Now, I do want to kind of put some color in here. So we're going to do some of this blue, which always reminds me of a peacock, so. I like the cloudy, swirly look, so if you don't like that, you can use the brush. It makes it a little more even. The sponges definitely make it look swirly, you know. But I think it kind of looks cool once you're not looking at it as a swirl, you're just glancing at it. I think it looks neat. So, okay, now we're going to make a pocket, and it's going to have to be like about that big. We'll do a small one. Okay, and then bring this up and tuck it just under, kind of measure there. And then do our glue. So super easy, right? I hope you guys find these inspiring to make a few and put them in your little journals, in your big journals, in whatever journal you're making. I don't know why I said your little journals. I guess because I was thinking this one's little. Okay, let's glue our pocket down. And we could also, let's corner this one a little bit, just for fun. Okay. So many things you can do, right? Paper is amazing. So, let's see. It's Monday. Trying to think of stuff I haven't talked to you guys about later in the week. You know, I'm only going to have, we're going to have 2 other videos this week on crafting, and the rest is going to be devotions, but I'm thinking, I probably told you a lot of stuff. I went to, I don't think I told you what happened. Did I tell you what happened at the doctor? I can't remember if I said exactly what happened, but I'll tell you again. Just when you hear it again on Thursday, Wednesday or Friday, you'll know. Okay. So I went to my doctor this last week, this Tuesday, and it's my cardiologist, and he said that he gets my, whenever we do blood work, he always gets everything checked. So I had went in and talked to him about, oh, I like this paper. Look at that one. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I had went in to talk to him about my my heart palpitations, and as I began studying about them, realizing, you know, okay, caffeine is really the culprit, and if I eat too much sugar, or if I take like too many Motrin or something like that, my heart begins to palpitate. Okay, so I've narrowed that down, and I have to be really careful, and so it's kind of hard because I don't realize, and then I eat something and then it starts doing it, and it's really a nuisance. But anyway, what I started really studying out was I have a goiter in my throat, okay, in my neck, and it's not huge, you can't see it, but you can feel it, okay. And it's been there that I know of since 2014 is when me and my late husband Alex discovered it. I forgot I was going to just go straight up. We discovered it in about 2014. And so I was talking to my doctor about that because I'm concerned because I have a lot of unrelated, what seem to be unrelated issues in my health and have for a lot of years. And so I was very concerned to find out, you know, uh-oh, did I go too high? Oh no, I think I went too high. Uh-oh, I sure did. Oh, bummer. Okay, what can I do to fix this? Well, you know what? We're gonna, shoot, I'm gonna grab a second piece. I'll use this one, but not for this. Anyway, that's a bummer. I gotta be careful about that. So there's a note to self. Watch how high you fold your pockets, because you might fold your pockets up into the area where you actually don't want them, okay? Good thing to remember. Oh, here we go. Here it is. It's no biggie. I mean, I can use it for other stuff, so it's all right. So anyway, but I talked to my doctor about my thyroid, and, you know, the thyroid impacts like everything, and it can even cause heart problems. So that was like, whoa, you know, I wonder if that's part of the issue. And all these unrelated, do any of you have that, where you've got like all these things that seem to be unrelated symptoms, but that end up being something that's actually, you know, real? Well, that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm gonna make sure I'm not going too high. All right, good. And so I have a list of things that have been happening to me for over 20 years, and I have kind of dealt with them. I've just adjusted my life around them. I haven't gone to the doctor. I mean, on some of them I have, but for the most part, I've just kind of ignored it and went on. I haven't dealt with the goiter. Nothing's ever come of it. I feel okay, you know, so I've just looked at it like, whatever, I'm fine. And I know that's not smart. I don't like going to doctors. I'll be perfectly honest. After growing up in a hospital, or spending my entire 6th grade year inside of a hospital with my dad sick, I just kind of don't like doctors and hospitals much. I see I folded this off just a little bit, so we're going to do what we did before. We're going to just bring that to the edge, and then we're going to use the bone folder and push it out. Try to get that fold evened out. There we go. You'll kind of see it catch when you get it. It'll push out on there. There we go. And so I'm gonna cut this edge down a little bit, and I'm gonna do this in 2 of them instead of 3, because I really like the way this whole picture is right here, and I don't want to lose it. So I'm gonna cut this in half. Yeah, so all these unrelated issues, I think, are either my thyroid or possibly my my immune system, because I already know that I have psoriasis, okay, and that is an autoimmune disease. I have fibromyalgia, that is an autoimmune disease. My father passed away from what is known as granulomatosis, Wegener's granulomatosis. Now they just call it granulomatosis instead of Wegener's. Wegener's was the gentleman, the doctor who discovered it. That's what my dad passed away from, and it is an autoimmune disease. So obviously autoimmune issues run in me. And so I decided to really start looking. I had never really looked these things up separately, and they are, a lot of the things that I'm experiencing are symptoms of autoimmune issues that people experience. So pray for me that the doctor I go to, because it's a new doctor, aren't these pretty? Look at that. See? Almost doesn't need anything on it. That's why I cut it that way, because I like this 2 scenes right there. But anyway, yeah. Just pray with me, okay, you guys? Because I really want to find out what's going on. For the first time in my life, I'm like, okay, this has gotten out of hand. I can't take Excedrin to cover up the fogginess or the sleepiness, because Excedrin has caffeine in it, and it helps with my headaches, and it helps me to stay more alert. Well, my heart can't handle it anymore. I can't take Motrin very much. I have to be very careful with the ibuprofen, and that's what helps me with the pain in my joints and in my back, which I found out is also possibly related to the autoimmune issue. Because I have unexplained like cramps in my hands and in my feet that I never knew what they were. Well, turns out that there's an autoimmune arthritis called psoriatic arthritis. I believe I'm saying it correct. I never heard of it. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I read the symptoms and went, oh wow, you know, I've been experiencing these things. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get some answers. You know, sometimes, you know, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes you start to feel like a hypochondriac, and or you feel like, even though you know you're not being a hypochondriac, and you know you're not trying to find things wrong, things are there and you're ignoring them, or you're covering them up with a band-aid, because you feel like kind of like an idiot for constantly having something wrong with you. And I have lived that way for about 2 decades now, where I've just felt like there was always something I'm covering up, some pain, or some, you know, disorder that just doesn't seem related to anything. So I would use medicines off the, you know, shelf and just deal, you know, that's what we do. We buy aspirin, we buy Excedrin, we buy ibuprofen and Aleve, and we take that, and or we go to the doctor and they give us painkillers, and nobody really knows what's going on. Why are you having this pain? I don't know. Can't explain it. It's unexplainable. Blah, blah, blah. How many of you live like that? I've lived that way for so long, you guys. It's ridiculous. And so, yeah, I'm done living that way. I'm like, this is insane. I haven't felt good in ages, you know, and probably went too far with that glue right now. I'm thinking. Yep, I'm going to bring some of that back because I don't want it to seal it shut. Okay, so we're just going to bring it there. Yeah, I had it way down too far. But yeah, so pray with me that I find out and get the answers, and then I'll feel better. Yay, that would be awesome. What I was going to say about my doctor was, though, I guess he gets my blood. I mean, every time I go see him, I have a blood draw from the lab. And so I guess he always gets my, thyroid checked. Well, if anybody has thyroid issues, you know that, I mean, this happened with my son. The thyroid can't always be identified with just a regular blood draw. You know, sometimes it takes a little further testing. And so, yeah, so my numbers were at the low end, not at the high. And so I want to check and make sure that, you know, I don't have something going on there still. But I think it's probably my immune system, which would make sense considering what I already deal with. So, okay. Just a little trim here. What time is it? Okay. So I hope you guys are liking these. I think they're kind of cute. We've got, like I said, we've got different kinds. We've got wider ones, narrow ones, little ones. And then we have this one that's wide with the double pocket. Whoa, how did that get like that? Do you see that? That needs trimmed. Did not even see that. We got it. Fix. There we go. So this one's one big pocket with our book page on the inside. I'm just pressing that down because I got little bubbles now that I folded it and stuff. Our girls look so cute. I love it. They're adorable. And once this is glued into a journal, they hold down really easy and they're much easier to open and close. So there's that. Let's do another one with the smaller paper. Where'd I put those? Oh, they're over here. Let's see. These are such cute papers. I like that one. Oh yeah, double. They're double. I forgot. Oh, he's cute. Let's use him. I don't know why I called it a him. Could be a she. Of course, nowadays it could be both. Sorry. Anyway. All right. And again, I'm going to trim this off. You know, when I state the obvious like that, I can't help but think about one time when I first started the channel, and there was a young lady who said, do you have to tell us everything you're doing? I was like, okay. And then a few down, it said, I wish you'd, after that, a couple days later, another woman said, I wish you'd tell us more what you're doing so I understand, you know? And I'm like, you know, you really can't make everybody happy, right? You learn that doing this. You just do. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'll try harder. I'll do better. Praise God. I just think that's funny. Another thing you can do on the inside here is just take your pad and like rub it around. That always makes a really fun, cool effect on paper. I love that. And if the paper's folded and bent, it makes it look, you know, like leathery. But if it's not, it just kind of puts dashes and scrapes of the dark brown, and it's all different, you know, colors and stuff. So, okay, we're going to fold this one up from the bottom. So, do our top here. And of course, because we're using smaller paper, we're going to make our lip smaller. Okay. This is a really good way to use up the scrapbook paper, but it's also a really good way just to use like anything. I mean, you can literally use magazines for this. You could do some really, that would be really cute. I don't do a lot of stuff with magazines, as you guys know, but I think with something like this, it would be really cool. Or like large vintage book pages like we did the other day with the images. This would be a fun, I'm evening this out because I can see it's, there we go. That would be a really fun project. I'm going to bring this up just a hair more, just a hair. There we go. And I'm not sure on this one if I want to do 2 pockets. I'll show you how I did that. Yeah, I'll do this one with 2 pockets on the inside. But anyway, what was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, this is like something you could make. That's what I was saying. You could make these out of a lot of different things. So this is just kind of a fun twist on a you know, Matchbox. Okay. So what I did earlier, and I'm just going to fold this, and I'm not folding it. I'm just taking it to the edge here so that I can do a little tiny fold in the corner right down there. Okay. So it's not a whole fold. Kind of push it back out. We're going to decorate this anyway, so it's not going to hurt, but that gives you a place to cut to. And so all I did was cut like at an angle toward that center fold, and another skinny angle. I'm going to do it really skinny because all that's going to do, many of you already know, is going to give you room for your pockets. Okay, so they don't, that's a little crooked. I went off on that. Let's do that in a little bit more. It just helps so that you don't have them bumping into each other. That's all. Okay? It's still a little off, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's fine. Okay, and then we're just going to glue these down. Fun stuff. So, talked to Joey today. He got a job. I don't think I told you guys. I don't know. Maybe I did tell you that the place he was going to school closed down. The place that was paying for his room and everything where he lives. And so, yeah, I was super like, okay, Lord, this is all on you. You're going to have to fix this. And so, sure enough, you know, the Lord made a way, and they agreed to let all the guys who had gone through that, because what happened was, this is kind of sad, but it just shows where our world's at. This place that he went to was doing classes and was doing all this stuff, and they were getting funded by the state to pay for, you know, inmates' rooms while they go to school and take their classes and do what's right and get back on the straight and narrow and all that, right? So it turns out, though, they were lying to the state and they were misrepresenting and committing fraud by saying that people were still there that weren't there, and getting money from the state. Oh, you can't do that, right? Now, I forgot. You know what I did? Who can tell me what I did? I forgot to trim this down, and it is 6 inches across. So this one will have to go sideways in my journal, but it's kind of cute like that, so I'm not going to worry about it. I can put a little girl right there and a pretty phrase and some lace, and it's going to look perfect. Watch. So anyway, but yeah, so they were committing fraud, which sucks because they had to kick all these people out who were going to classes there and who were having their rooms paid for and while they went to school. And it was just really a bummer that, you know, they were doing that. So they seemed like such a nice group of folks. And I'm sure the people I met were nice people. They just worked for people who were cheating the system, you know. So anyway, I'm pretty sure they're bummed too. So what time is it? We're going to go ahead and decorate. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we didn't glue these, but we got 7, 8. So as you can see, these are pretty quick, pretty easy. I think they're easy peasy, actually. I like this one, and I love these two. What do I want to do? Let's see. Do, 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 do. I think I'll do this one. Actually, I'm going to do that. And I was looking up here, and I saw, that's why I chose this, because I saw this. And I was thinking how cute this would look on here. This perfect color, I think. I think it's perfect color. If it's not, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Just go with me on this, guys. Just go with me on this. Yeah, so he lost his place, but it took him a week or so, but he found a job. He started yesterday. He gets paid weekly. Woohoo! So yeah, it's going to make life, you know, a little more difficult to write and finish writing and editing his book and stuff, but he's very determined, and I'm very proud of him, and he's making it, and that's what's right. That is what matters to Mommy, that my boy is making it on his own. Very happy. You know I love my stamps. Come on now. You guys have seen me use these a million times now. I just can't help it. They're so daggone pretty to me. And they just, for me, they add so much to a piece that I just can't help but not use them. I think they're gorgeous. Not sure which one yet. We're going to see here. We're picking. Oh, that one's pretty too. Oh my. They are lovely girls, aren't they? Lovely, lovely. Oh, look at her. Oh, wow. I don't have it. I only got one of her left, so obviously I've used her a few times. But can you see why? Oh my gosh, look at that beauty. She is lovely. Lovely to behold. We're going to douse her with some vintage photo. Because even though she's not bright, she looks kind of bright against this. And I like things. I am a matchy girl for the most part. I can't help it. I am not going to worry about it, you know? I'm just not. I know that I hear a lot of people like, oh, I don't want it to be matchy. I'm kind of like, you know what? It's going to be matchy. That's okay. I have learned to live with it. For the most part, I am. I like things to complement one another. I don't know. I like congruency. All right. Yeah, we're going to put her on here, and we're going to put other goodies. I'm not sure what yet, but she is definitely going on here. Let's see. Do we want her? I think I want her here. I'll top of the doily, or maybe a little bit kind of between. And that way you can still see the flowers, and you can see the doily, and you can see the butterflies. I like these, and I'm going to go ahead and just snip. No, I'm going to glue it. This little corner here, it's okay. Just a little bit of glue, a little dabble, do ya? I'm going to do that to this one as well, because it's kind of looking like it's going to be argumentative. But yeah, these are just, ugh, I love the way they blend in with everything and add to it. So I'm not going to have to do a ton to make this look pretty. We're going to glue our, and I think I'm going to put this centered on this. I think I'm going to do a little bit more. I don't want it to be quite so thin because the ribbon itself is wide. So, okay. And put that here. You know what, I'm going to push it this way instead. There's a reason, because this end here is thinner, and when I trim it, it's not going to show so much that I trimmed it off. Yeah, we're headed in October. We are headed up to Sierra Vista, down, I should say down to, it's south of here. And we are gonna, it's down by Tucson, so. But we are gonna go to the Hobby Lobby there, you guys. And it is a huge, it's kind of funny because it's in such a odd place to be, I think probably the biggest Hobby Lobby in Arizona. I'm going to use the walnut stain because this is such a dark brown. I want it to show. But anyway, I'm going to go to the largest Hobby Lobby that I've ever been in. It used to be a Walmart, and now it is a Hobby Lobby. That's so fun. So yeah, that's one of the plans for that weekend. I'm excited. I haven't, well, no, I gotta take that back. I did go shopping for my birthday. That's true. We went to Hobby Lobby for my birthday. I think. Yeah. Okay, and we're I'm gonna kind of push this out. I probably should have done this before. I didn't want to totally bore you while we were making these by doing all the edging and stuff, so I figured we'd just wait and do it at this time. So here we are. Now we're doing the boring stuff. So we got this pocket. You know what I'm going to do if you've worked with me before. I'm going to stick something in there. I think my little dry wipe will do, so that I can just kind of brush this edge without getting it all over everything. Okay. And let's, come on now. Get in there. You went in on the other side. Do it again. I just need you on there for a second. Okay. There. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what I need to get. So I like to, since I can't spend money on just whatever. I really don't have it to spend on whatever. So I need to make sure. Last time I stocked up on my fancy buttons for like the front of my journals. So I probably will avoid that section. And I'll probably focus on, well, I'll probably focus on whatever's on sale. That's true. So hopefully, the last time I went, what was on sale? Papers. Yeah, it was like paper and cloth and that kind of thing. So hopefully this time they'll have inks and stuff on sale, which will be really nice. And stamps and stencils and who knows, that kind of stuff. So I'm looking here to see what else we want to do, because obviously she is not done. We do, I think, want to add a little bit of spice and a little bit of gold, so we're going to do that just to give us some, you know, I love the gold around the edges of stuff. You can see it a little better. Okay. This glue stick is in my list. If you look in the description box, below. I have a bunch of stuff in the an Amazon list, and it is one of them. So if you like the glue, oh, you know what? I forgot to distress this part right here. If you like the glue, it'll be in there, okay? I mean, the glue. If you like the gold stick, it will be in the Amazon list that is below. There's a link for y'all. Oh, that looks kind of cool. The gold, and then I put the, can you see it? The walnut stain. It kind of did a cool little dig. I like the way that looked. That's fun. So, let's see. Put a little bit right here. Yeah, it's kind of my favorite part is gold stick. I've been kind of careful with it though, because I'm almost out, and I just, you know, money. Trying to be careful. All right, so now we've got the gold. Now, I'm going to pause for just a second because I want to find something. Okay, so I went on a little hunt, and look what I found. I totally forgot I had all these. They are so cute. I love them so much. So now I'm deciding, do I want to do like this one? Or do I want to do this one? I just want it to sit right kind of between the girl and the butterfly. Huh. They're both really pretty. I have a ton of them, but I gotta use the ones that are small enough to fit on here. There's like a bunch. I could have put her. Oh no, she's too big. I mean, look at these. They are fabulous. I have no idea which shop I got them in. I'll be honest with you. I do not know. I know somebody's going to probably ask me. Yeah, the purse I don't, not for this. It's not the mood of the piece. Nor is the teacup. Let's see. How about this suitcase? Oh, that one's cute. But it kind of covers the butterfly too much. Yeah, I don't want that. I really want, you know, for you to be able to see this little guy right there. This one I like. I think I like this one the best. But this one actually fits better. Yeah. And we're going to distress it and darken it up here a little bit. Make it look old. Make it look old. Like we do. You know, how we love to do. At least how I love to do. I've seen a lot of people who don't distress anything, and their work looks beautiful. My eyes, there's something about it to me that just brings, makes me go, yummy. What does Tina say? It's scrumptious. Yeah, it's just scrumptious. That's how I feel about it. It's scrumptious. There we go. Now, I am going to use my little brush to add a little more to this so that it's not so bright. I don't want it to be a lot, though, because I don't want it to... The thing with the matte photo paper that I use and why things look so vibrant is because of the matte photo paper. See, I like that better because now it kind of fades into it. When it's like this, it's just a bit bright to me. That's all. But anyway, I was going to say that the matte photo paper, when you use the ink on it and you swirl it on there, it can have a tendency to grab the distress ink and actually kind of look dirty, like not look as good if you get it too heavy. So you have to be mindful of that if you use the paper. You'll know what I mean if you use matte, that it feels different, right? It's kind of, matte has that velvety feel, almost suede type feel to it, and it, yeah, it just doesn't quite, it's not good if you get it the wrong way. So we're going to sit this so that it's just touching her, and it's just touching the butterfly. I'll try and get it straight, T. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to add, of course, what are we going to add, you guys? Words. You know I am. I already did the gold. I already did the distress. So we've got to add some words here. Now, praise God. Let's see what we've got. Let me see. I have so many things here. Ooh, we've got some little French, but, you know, that's not going to make much. I don't know. I don't know what it says. It might make perfect sense, and I just don't know it. Ooh, Paris. Paris. Ooh la la. Actually, that's not horrible on there, right? Let's see. I have some lovely... See, because of the color scheme that we're working with here, we can darken this up. A smile is the prettiest thing you can wear. That's cute. Or sorry, I have to do that sometimes. My heart's palpitating right now. So. All right. Just breathe, which is what I just did. Deep breaths. Sorry, it's taking me a second. I'm looking through a whole bin full of words and stuff. I just want to pick the right thing. I kind of really like this. I'm wondering if I am able to, I don't necessarily need to cut it down all the way around, but if I could get kind of a torn look even just on these ends, for me that would be, oops, I'm using the wrong one. I want to use this one. And of course, let's use a little bit of gold. Just kind of framing the words. You don't have to use a lot. Just add a little bit, and when you're looking down at it and you hit the right light, it just makes it kind of shine, you know? I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I'm going to tear this down just a little bit more. I do like the idea of putting Paris on here just because it just kind of has a Paris feel, you know. It's very romantic. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll put that. Wait, maybe, wait, let me see if it'll fit up here without hitting her. Stop it. Sticking to me. You gotta place things, you know what I mean? You guys know what I mean. You gotta place them in the right spot or they're not right. I'm kind of liking this one over here and this by her. Or maybe even Paris sideways. I love stuff sideways. Ouch. I wish I could hear y'all. I'm sure there are people telling me where to put it. See, if that butterfly wasn't there, I'd do it probably like that. But I don't want, Now let's see. What do y'all think? Nah. Oh, that's not bad. I like that. Having the words right there. I think I'll put that there. I like that there. Okay. There we go. So you can still see the roses. Just making sure it's straight. And then I'm going to put Paris in the corner over here by our little girl. I don't know, we'll call her Emily. There we go. All right. That's looking for more words. I think we're good. So there we go, guys. There is our Matchbox packets. And you flip it open, and you've got your cute little pocket, and you've got a spot for whoever you give it to write on. If you keep it for yourself, it's a good little journaling space. So there we go. I hope you guys made some. If you did, please let me know in the comments. I really love to hear from more of you. I know there's more of you out there watching than actually speaks to me. I'm starting to call you out. That's right. I'm starting to call you out. I love you. I know you're there. I see the numbers. Oh, God bless you guys. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up if you liked the video, if you had fun. And also to subscribe to the channel and become a part of our family. It's the Tara's Take family. We want you here. You're welcome here. And give me a comment if you're still here with me at the end of the video. Thank you so much. All of those things help the algorithm to move it out, push it out into YouTube world. So I love you. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. There's our fun project. I hope you like it. And I will see you guys on Wednesday for the crafting. And I'll see you tomorrow for devotions. So come be refreshed with me in the morning. I love you. God bless. Bye.